Hello guys, you're welcome on board once again. All right, now in this class I'm going to be talking about some modern UI libraries or framework, whatever you're going to call it now. Of course, as you can see here now, this is a modern dashboard that I'm building. Okay, so you could see how sleek it is now. You could see the sidebar is collapsing and all of those. Now you could see everything here like this. Now it's really pretty cool. Okay, so now in modern development, now if you plan to build an enterprise application, if you plan to build an enterprise application, an application that really scales, now chances are there will be need for you to create a dashboard for managing some of the data. Okay, so a dashboard whereby an admin could log in or user could log in into to manage their resources, or an admin can log in into to manage products, orders, users, and all of those stuff like that. Now, so the knowledge of creating a dashboard is actually needed, but much more than just creating a dashboard, because this particular part of the course now is not restricted to creating a dashboard, but actually to understand some modern practices in how to use some modern UI elements and tools that's going to really help your life. Okay, so for instance, now if you come over to this excuse me, if you come over to this solution here, now if you want to build something like that, now you could see, now if I point to here, now you could see this is what called a mega menu. Sometimes you want to build something now that requires a mega menu. How do you go about it now? Of course, you could go ahead and then start creating some CSS, adding JavaScript and all of those stuff like that. Now that is that's actually for the beginners. Okay, so now as you advance, now you discover that there might not necessarily be need to do all of those tasks, all of those stuffs like that. Now, okay, so this is a mega menu. You could actually close it and all that. Now you could close from here, or you just mouse over to get it out. Now you can see there are other mega menus here. You can, it's even scrollable self. Now sometimes, now depending on how complex what you are building is, now there's going to be need for mega menus. Okay, so if you go over to some complex website, now you're going to see stuff like that now, and not just mega menus. You're going to see some buttons. You could see some buttons like this. Now if you are this class actually it's not for beginners. Okay, so this is part of our Tailwind CSS class. Okay, because right here I'm going to be talking about some things now that are specific to Tailwind alone. Okay, so now if you are still in month 1, month 2, month 3, just keep going. Okay, so when you get to month 7, now this class now is going to make more sense to you. All right, so now if you go over to here, if I click here, now you're going to see some flyout menu, and it's really cool. Okay, looking like something that is going to make your project looks more modern and unique. Okay, so all of these things now you don't really need to code it from by hand. Okay, at the beginning stage now you could do all of those stuff now, but currently now there might not be need now, because there are ways to achieve them. Okay, now apart from all of these things, now there's just a whole lot now that you can achieve using some of these modern tools that I'm talking about. Right now, if I go over to let me log in now to my account in this place. Now this is actually a WhatsApp cloud solution. Okay, now you can see, now I log into my account and it took me to my dashboard here, whereby I can see my contacts and all that. I can manage a whole lot of stuff like that. Now if I come here, now I could see different things like this. Okay, so I can go to contacts, I can go to lists, and then I'll just be able to manage stuff like that now. Okay, so you could see I can search for something and it will come up for me like that. Now if you go back to ChatGPT also, which is chatgpt.com, now you could see here as well, you could see this collapsible sidebar like this. Now for them, you could see all of those things like this. Now depending on what you are actually building, that's what is going to determine the content of your work. Now you could see, so depending on your stuff. Okay, so now if I go back to this one that I'm building, now you could see this one have to do with orders, products, customers, payments, and all of those things. Now depending on what you are building. Okay, so you can actually customize or structure your dashboard based on the business logic of what you are building. If you are building something like an hospital management system, or a transport management system, a parcel management system, or name it, whatsoever it is that you are building, there's going to be need for you to create a dashboard like this, whereby you could manage all of those stuffs. Okay, if you're creating a classified website also, the actual home page like Jumia and all of those things now is where you users come, see all the products and all of those things. But the admin, there's going to be a need for the admin to come in here and see everything that is happening, things, the orders, manage orders, confirm payments, and all of those things. And those operations, they happen in places we call dashboard like this. You could log out and you could log in to your dashboard, access your dashboard, and manage everything in one place. You could say you could log out and then you could log in. Now these are all dashboard operations. So how do you quickly create stuffs like this now? Okay, so even in this one now, okay, you could I'm still working on this. You can go to profile, you can go to settings and all of those stuff like that. Now you could go to cards and just different stuff like that now, and you can go over to payment. Now I love this one now, and this is what we call a data table. Sometimes you're creating something that you don't need the normal table, but you need a data table. You could see 0 of 14 rows selected here. You could select some different rows like that. Okay, so you see 2 rows selected. Okay, so are you saying now this is actually what we call excuse me, a data table? And you could see we have different pages. I can go to the next page here. You could see page like that. Now I can go to previous and all of that. Now I can select everything. So this is actually a working data table. Okay, so I'm just building this one so that I can use it for just about any project that I am working on as the dashboard. Now this one I can even filter. Let's say I filter Lisa. I can just come here now. I can want to filter Lisa. Okay, it just bring it out for me on the go like that now. So let's filter John. You could filter John. You could bring out every email that have to do with John. So this one I just set it to to filter by email. I could filter by status or by amount or anything. Okay, so now even any of the rows I can come here and depending on what you want to do, yours might be maybe a table to manage users, and then the action here could be maybe edit user, delete user, and view user profile. You could do all of those things now, but you need to understand how to build this structure first. Then you can now customize it to fit whatsoever you are doing. Okay, so even columns now, I can edit the columns here. I can say, okay, I don't want to see their status. I can uncheck status. Status is out. So depending on the things you want to see, okay, I don't want to see the amount, I can uncheck it. I just want to see just their emails like that now. So this is what we call a working data table. How do you achieve a data table like this now? It's only achievable when you understand how to work with modern UI libraries and frameworks. Okay, now, and that is why in this class I'm going to be talking about DaisyUI and other ones. I'm not going to mention them, okay, because that's strictly for Mon 7 students. Okay, so if you are in Mon 7, kudos to you. After this intro now, we'll continue with the class. Okay, so for you now, so there's a whole lot that we're going to be achieving with this class. Okay, so now there's a whole lot now, even dark mode and all that now is easily achievable when you understand this now. So now I put up a document here. On 7 students, you have access to this Tailwind CSS version 4 because I'm going to be talking about DaisyUI. That's the first one that we're going to be working with. Okay, so now DaisyUI is actually built on top of Tailwind CSS. Now those of you in month 7, you've already learned Tailwind CSS, probably Tailwind version 4, because my old students, they learned version 3. Okay, so now with Tailwind CSS now, it's an amazing stuff that helps you, okay, to do styling in a better way. But DaisyUI is now a let me say a continuation, okay, is a library, okay, that is built on top of Tailwind CSS that helps you to achieve faster results. Okay, for instance, now Tailwind CSS now helps you to create let me say buttons, everything that you want to create for your UI. Let me say models, styling. For instance, now you could style all of this button. You could add hover effects like that using Tailwind CSS now, but it does not give you the button on its own now. But what DaisyUI does now is that it prevents you from writing much Tailwind CSS codes. Okay, so there's just a whole lot now that we're going to be looking into when we start working with this stuff now. So in modern software development, one thing that matters is speed. Okay, and that is why frameworks and libraries exist. They are there to help developers build faster, better, and more efficiently instead of you trying to reinvent the wheels every now and then. Okay, so we keep getting better and better by the day. And sometimes, like I always say, the difference between two engineers or even two medical doctors is not about their intelligence, but most of the time the tools and equipment that they use or that they are used to that is available to them. Okay, so no matter where you studied, if the tools that you need are not there for you to use now, you're going to be handicapped. Okay, so you're going to be not have much to do anyway. Okay, so the same applies to software development. Most successful developers do not just reinvent the wheel. If a solution already exists, they use it or improve on it to save time and deliver value faster. Okay, so that is why you must understand how people develop all of these things quick and fast. Okay, so that you focus your energy on the actual business logic. Okay, so rather than trying to do some common things. Okay, so sidebars like this and some of these buttons and all those things, now these are things that you should just easily get up and running and then you keep going. Okay, these are cards that you could. Okay, so if you are using Bootstrap before, you know Bootstrap have cards, have buttons. Okay, but right now in modern development now, we say use Tailwind CSS now. So we adopt Tailwind CSS now to make Tailwind CSS much more powerful. That's where we now start introducing some of the UI libraries that now depends on Tailwind CSS, so that when you are using those ones now, you can now edit their code using the Tailwind CSS. Okay, you are not using the traditional CSS, you are not using Bootstrap, you are using Tailwind CSS now, but in a more elegant way and form. Okay, there's a whole lot that I cannot explain right here. Okay, so there are things that are better experienced than explained. Okay, so just get ready. There's a whole lot that we're going to be seeing. Okay, so you're going to be learning how we create all of these things with ease. Okay, it's even responsive. These are the code. You could see where I this for the data table. That data table you saw now, this is the code. This is where we did everything you saw there. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I think this is the one we created in Tailwind's CSS class. Okay, so we created this one using the Tailwind version 4, and then I had to take this now to let's go to dashboard. Okay, so this brings us down to the dashboard. Okay, so you need to understand how to actually build this now, and how Tailwind DaisyUI is going to improve your Tailwind CSS experience. So don't go away, sit back. In the next class now, we're going to talk more about this amazing framework called Tailwind and DaisyUI. So don't go away. In the next class, I'm going to be talking about how to install it. But before we go, if you go back to the DaisyUI partner, you're going to see now, if you are using the default Tailwind CSS, which is very powerful, you're going to be writing all of this code now to create a button now. Okay, this is what a Tailwind CSS button. Okay, yes, with the one thing that Tailwind CSS solve is that you don't need to create a separate style.css file. You could do all your styling right inside this. Okay, but then Tailwind CSS DaisyUI now takes it a step further to make your code much more simplified, much more easy. Okay, so that is how it works now. So but there's a whole lot much more than this that you can achieve using this amazing stuff called DaisyUI. Okay, so let's see if we have some of the components here. So you can see now that with DaisyUI now you have some beautiful accordion that you're going to be using. Okay, yes. Okay, so you could see, so we have accordions here. Okay, let's make it light mode. Even this light mode and dark mode is easily achieved using DaisyUI as well. So you could see, if you want accordion in your work now and you are using Tailwind CSS now, you can just utilize actually what you are using is Tailwind CSS now, but some of the components that you use that are needed for your work now, you don't really need to code them by hand in Tailwind CSS now. So you just get them from DaisyUI, because DaisyUI is an extension of the Tailwind CSS. I'm already teaching. All right, so now you can see, if you want accordion, it's there for you. If you want some good button for you, you can start the creating everything with Tailwind CSS now, but with DaisyUI it makes it faster for you to create. You could see, of course, if you are using React now, you already know what GSS is, okay? So you can use what this to achieve what some good buttons, and you have some drop down and a whole lot of stuff like that. You have some cards that you can work with, okay? So you could see the card now, so you don't really need to start creating it now. Tailwind CSS is powerful, but you need some a component, a kind of framework that utilizes the Tailwind CSS and to make your work faster. And that is where DaisyUI and others that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to talk about them here, okay? So and others come into play, okay? So you're going to make use of the DaisyUI and some other amazing ones, okay? So if you're in month 7, I'm going to reveal all of them to you. And if you're not yet in month 7, get yourself just keep going, okay? So so all of these things now, actually I created all of these things using DaisyUI now, but this particular part of it now, this data table here, I did not use DaisyUI, because DaisyUI, if you come to the table part of DaisyUI now, DaisyUI can create table but cannot create a complex table. You could see DaisyUI, if you want a table like this now, kudos to DaisyUI, it's going to create it now. So you see, it's amazing, okay? So it's amazing stuff like this, okay? But each of them have their strengths and weaknesses, so you need to understand where each of them are good for, so that you know what you want. So if you need a table like this in your work now, you can easily use what DaisyUI for it now, but you need to know how to what implement it, how to install it, and how to use it for it to. If you are just in HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap, please, this is not for you. This is only for the what? For the month 7 students, okay? So I said I'm going to limit this now before, but I'm already talking too much in this anyway. But now, so if you want something that is much more than this kind of tables now, then you need other solution, okay? You could see that this my table is much more complex because it has some additional stuff, okay, that the DaisyUI cannot produce. So this entire dashboard now is a combination of both DaisyUI and other UI libraries now, and that's what I'm going to be teaching here, okay? So get ready for some cool stuff, okay? So in the next class now, I'm going to be installing DaisyUI. So when we are done installing DaisyUI and I walk you through some of its components and how to make use of them in your project now, then we'll go into the other powerful UI library of framework now to achieve much more complex stuff like this now. For instance, now DaisyUI is powerful enough to give you all of these things now, okay? So if you even go over to, let's go back to the menu now. If you want to create menu, you could see the menu, okay? So if you need this kind of menu, DaisyUI is there to give you. So if you want it something easy like this now, you could go ahead and then make use of it, okay? So even navbar, okay, so you don't need to really reinvent the wheel, okay? So DaisyUI gets you covered for all of this stuff like that. You can see them now, so you don't really need to kill yourself in doing some of this stuff now. But if you need something that is much more complex like this, you see something that is much complex like this, then you need other more advanced ones, so that I'm going to be talking about later. All right, so thank you. Like you could see all of this navbar now, you could see the one that was used here. Let's go over to the home now. So you could see that the one that is used here is much more advanced because it contains a mega menu that one do not have, and then this guy here like this now is not there also. All right, so you need a solution that have all of those stuff now, and then you need to know how to marry all of them together in order to achieve your goal. All right, so thank you very much and see you in the next class, okay? Don't go away, just keep following. Thank you, bye.